What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the North Shore 9 post-game show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Jim. With me tonight is Tyler. Tyler, I feel like it's been a while since we gave away sandwiches.
It has, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer after today. Pirates lose 4-3. They get swept in Kansas City. They have now lost 6 in a row right after winning 6 in a row. Tyler, how's your evening going?
Oh, pretty horribly, but we're okay. Yeah, it's been a rough go of it as a Pirates fan right now, man. Like, it's hard to watch right now. They're playing bad baseball. I don't know. They're just not good enough.
Yeah, the Seattle series was like pitiful, just god awful, right? Monday's game against the Royals was awful, 9-3 loss. Yesterday was just, again, I was on the post-game show yesterday. Yesterday was an entertaining game. They just lost. Today, they clawed back into it. You know, they got down early 3-0, tied the game up, made it 3-3. But then, just like last night was a walk-off. Tonight wasn't a walk-off, but the Royals score late to take the lead, and 4-3 win. Back-to-back 4-3 losses by the Buccos. And yeah, this road trip has just gotten off to a catastrophic start. And there's still 3 more games to go.
Jim, you're going to Kansas City from now on. The Pirates are not. Just you.
Yeah, Kansas City's kind of like my home away from home. It's like probably my second most visited city. You know, well, my most visited city. I'm in Kansas City probably for 4 or 5 weeks a year. But yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
No, man, like it's been rough. Like this trip has been bad. They're not playing very good baseball. They're pitching fine, but like the bats just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically, you're right. We'll get into the whole thing. Before we do, let's tell you about BetOnline. It continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action, and with baseball in full swing and football season around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting from MLB, UFC to Tennessee and NFL to tennis and NFL futures. BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. BetOnline, the game starts here. Tyler, the Pirates are they're beating us up right now. They are just doing a great job of beating us up as fans. This is about as rough of a stretch as you could think of. And I think what makes it worse is like we were riding high, like a 6-game winning streak at home. Things were looking better. Like you still didn't really have hope for the season, but there were talks behind the scenes where it's like, hey, what if they reel off like 10 more in a row?
Right.
What if they aren't sellers at the deadline? And now it's like, I mean, you completely erased everything that happened a week ago.
I mean, you say behind the scenes, Jim. I openly said it on this podcast. It's on TikTok. Me talking to Doug and asking him what if they do?
That's
what
true.
What if? And I think that's like, we're all fans of this team. In the back of your head, you're thinking, well, what if they do just catch a little heat? What if? Like, if you squint hard enough, you can see some talent here. Like, what if they do just run into a few baseballs and the pitching staff just holds up? What if? And then they just completely drop the other shoe. And now we all realize it. Like, it just, They're not good enough hitting the baseball. It's the
They're
same
not.
thing all year. They don't hit the baseball well enough to be a good baseball team.
They're not. And we talk time and time again how this team is just like a cure for everyone's sorrows and woes. I want to bring this up because I talked about it on Monday morning, but comment here from Guardian Prinny blaming me because I mentioned the Royals' lack of power going into this series. Tyler, it's July 9th. It's July 9th, Tyler. The Royals hit 15 homers at home all year long. 15 homers all season. They had 9 this series. We're over halfway into the year, and the Royals increased their home run total by like 60% this series.
Jim.
What?
Jim.
What happened?
Jim. Will you just shut the hell up for 5 seconds? Just shut the hell up. Why do you have to do this? You literally just jumped on here last night and complained that Greg Brown was complimenting Donnie Kelly and jinxed them. Your entire life has been that.
My whole life is a jinx.
Yes. Like, that door behind you should be glass.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one. I think DiNardo's already posted the quote like 3 times on Twitter. It's all over the place. And I know Cody's going to clip this up. Cody's probably going to make another TikTok about, he's going to take the clip from Monday and then he's just going to show all the bombs being hit. Bomb. Actually, that would make some good content. Cody, there you go. Free idea for you. But yeah, I mean, just that's the Royals 3 homers today. That's how they scored all 4 of their runs. Salvador Perez. And these balls were crushed, by the way. 444-foot homer by Perez, 466-foot homer by Jack Caglione, and then to cap it off, to take the lead in the 8th, Salvador Perez with another 426-foot homer. Just absolute nukes hit off the Pirates. Jack Caglione, I want to talk about him a little bit because, like, coming into this on the struggle bus for this year. I mean, obviously a top prospect. He was the number 3 overall pick last year, number 6 overall pick last year. Sped through the minors, big time power. But going into this series, he only had 2 homers on the year. Homered yesterday, homered today, and that ball just was demolished. That was just absolutely demolished. Again, they're the Pirates were the slump busters in this series, and the Royals, who have not been able to hit the ball all year, were able to do it in this series. Like I said, more so on Monday, but they were able to hit enough yesterday and today, and the Pirates were not able to hit enough. But let's get into it. Bailey Falter started today.
Jim, hold on. Can I pause you for a second here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jack Caglione has had a 24 weighted runs created plus coming into this game. He raised it to a 31 weighted runs created plus. That's what they lost to, man. Like, they lost to Austin Hedges. Worse.
He had a 17 weighted runs created plus going into the series.
Yeah, that's where we're at, man.
Yeah. Anyways, Bailey Falter on the mound. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, gives up the 2 homers. Just kind of one of those days where, like, it wasn't a good Bailey Falter start. It wasn't the worst Bailey Falter start. He left the game with a 3-0 deficit. But, like, still giving you a chance to be in the ball game at that point, I guess. He got hit hard today, though.
He did. And I think to me, I thought it was a little bit weird because I didn't think he looked terrible. Like, I didn't think he looked any different, I should say, than when he was good Bailey Falter. I thought he
Mhm.
locate like when Bailey Falter struggles. To me, it's whenever he can't locate up in the zone because the fastball does just play up in the zone. That's his bread and butter. I thought it played okay today. It's just they barreled things. Like if he made a mistake, they barreled it. I don't know. Also, balls get hit over the wall when I don't know. Like
Yeah, I mean they were hit hard. I mean
he got hit hard.
average exit velo today was 96 off of Bailey Falter, and when you're giving up an average exit velo of 96, it's not going to go well for you, plain and simple.
Yeah. It won't. He did give up a ton of hard contact all over the ballpark, but just watching the game, and maybe I just need to look back again. Watching it live, I didn't feel like he was like a bad version of Bailey Falter, where you could tell early that he was going to struggle. Other than the fact that they were barreling him, I didn't really feel like it was one of those starts where he should have been as bad as he was. And he wasn't bad. It's just it wasn't what we kind of have come to expect from him after his June and May.
Yeah. I mean, anytime your starting pitcher gives up 3 runs, like it's not a good start, but like it could be worse, and you have a chance to win. The offense again just didn't come through enough when they needed to, and the Royals just scored more runs, which just happens to be the story of this year, right? The offense just can't score enough. But very fastball heavy today by Falter. 71% of his pitches were either four seam fastballs or sinkers. He didn't throw very many curveballs, didn't throw very many sliders. So I don't know if he just didn't have a great feel for those pitches today, but he did seem like he threw a little bit more hard stuff than normal. He does normally throw a lot of fastballs, but he was very much relying on that today. And yeah, like I say, it got hit hard, but he wasn't able to finish the 5th. I do want to give some kudos here though to Braxton Ashcraft, who came in to clean things up there in the 5th. Jonathan India singled to start off the inning. He did get picked off. Bobby Witt Jr. walked. So like Ashcraft comes in to finish off that 5th inning. Witt stole second. So runner in scoring position. He gets Michael Garcia to ground out to end the inning. So I thought that was big right there to keep it at 3-0, because that was a chance where like if you go down 4-0 after 5, you're really not feeling good, after obviously not feeling good being down 3-0.
Yeah, obviously keeping it at 3-0 keeps you in the game, and we saw what happened. They were able to kind of claw back into it. Really, like in the grand scheme of things, if you go down 4 runs, game's over. Like you're not winning that game. They gave themselves a chance by Ashcraft coming in. I thought he had a good day today, just in general. 2 1/3, 3 strikeouts. Like you're over a strikeout an inning. Good work from him. All things considered, I thought the pitching staff as a whole was okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
when you give up 4 runs,
like that's average. Like
right.
You weren't great, you weren't bad, you were, like you said, you were okay. So and that's what the Pirates were today. They were okay. Ashcraft, I thought, did a good job of getting out of some jams. Because in the 6th inning, we'll get to the top of the half of the 6th, but in the bottom half of the 6th, actually, let's just start with the top half. So Ashcraft gets out of the jam in the 5th, and then the 6th inning is when all the Pirates noise happens. Tommy Pham leads off with a base hit, and let's just pause here, Tyler. Tommy Pham gets this single right here. He also, I think he doubled later. Yep, doubled in the 7th. Tommy Pham is 20 for his last 45, Tyler.
Tommy Pham is the best baseball player on this team right now.
He might be. Like, it's
Paul
him or
Skenes
Gonzalez.
Aside.
Yeah, it's him or Gonzalez. Yeah.
I think it's like Tommy Pham. Gonzalez went over 4 today. Like over the last month, Tommy Pham is the best position player on this team. Yeah, Paul Skenes is the best player in baseball. I don't care what Tariq Skubal will piss off. I don't care. But Tommy Pham is the best player on the Pittsburgh Pirates right now.
That's a wild thing to say. That's an incredibly wild thing to say.
And it's
But
not
like
inaccurate.
it's hard to argue with you. His weighted runs created plus is all the way up to 84 now on the year, which I want to say that's like right in line. That's above Brian Reynolds. Tommy Pham has a higher weighted runs created plus than Brian Reynolds. Let me say that again. Tommy Pham, who couldn't see the baseball until 2.5 weeks ago, has been a better hitter than Brian Reynolds over the course of the 2025 season.
He's probably also been a better defender.
Oh, he's that. I'll say this: like his defense, his defense has been great. His defense today was great as well.
It was.
Holding the Royals to not having to take extra bases. Like he's been really good in the field. You got to give him some credit there. No, but offensively, he was terrible. He was terrible for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Better numbers now than Brian Reynolds.
Better numbers than Brian Reynolds. I mean, hell, he's creeping into O'Neal Cruz territory.
It's not that far off.
He's not that far. Like, remember, like Tommy Pham hitting 350 over a month and getting a good prospect. Tommy Pham's going to hit 500.
I mean, at this rate, like Tommy Pham will net the Pirates a somewhat, I'm not going to say like a good return. Like he's not going to have somebody like who gets plugged in the lineup, but like, you know how the Pirates got Severino for Santana, and they got Suero for G-Man Choi. Like he's going to get an interesting young lottery pick type of player in return. Like teams are going to be calling for Tommy Pham.
Yeah, I mean, like he's playing good baseball right now.
He's playing very good.
There's no other way to say Tommy Pham is playing really good baseball right now. And if you're a contender, you probably do want a Tommy Pham. At this moment, the way he's playing, why wouldn't you?
8 defensive runs saved in left field.
What a signing by Ben Sherrington.
Now, with all that being said, still negative 0.1 WAR, but like he was at negative 1 WAR, I think, like a month ago. Like he's been playing really well. I got to give him some credit, but sadly, he's like the only one, like we're talking about. But going back to that 6th inning, Pirates lead off with the Pham single. Andrew McCutchen walks. So now you've got first and second. Brian Reynolds singles. Brian Reynolds does something. Bases loaded, nobody out, and you're like, okay. They got to score here. Like this is the chance. This is the chance to do something. And Nick Gonzalez pops up and you're like, here we go again. Here we go again. How are they going to pirate their way out of this one? O'Neal Cruz grounds out, which scores a run, but moves it to 2 outs. And so you're just like, man, they're going to get 1 run out of this. That's all they're going to get. But then your boy, Brian Hayes.
My boy. My guy.
2-run single to left field to tie the ball game. He's been pulling the ball a little bit this series, Brian Hayes. I think
on the ground.
I mean, he hit it on the ground, but hey, scored 2 runs. We'll take it. But the Pirates tie it up right there in the 6th. That was big.
It was. And to go back to the O'Neal Cruz one, I know I'm going to poo-poo Brian Hayes a little bit for the ground ball that he pulled. I will say, though, O'Neal Cruz pulling the baseball there, even if it's on the ground, it's a slight step for him. Like, that's a spot where you're up, there's 1 out, just pull a baseball on the ground and you're going to score a run. Like, that's complimentary baseball right there. And that's what he did. You like to see that out of him. Brian Hayes, yes, he did the right thing there. It's like, just put a ball in play, man. Score a run. This isn't. It is hard. It's a hard sport.
See ball, hit ball, right?
Yeah.
It's a simple game.
I was going to say
you hit the ball.
Hard, it is hard. Yes, it's hard.
It is hard.
It's fastball.
It's incredibly hard.
It's super hard. But yeah, I mean, it's doing little things well. And that inning only, they did little things well.
That was it. It was only that inning. The other 8 innings, they were held scoreless. bottom of the 6th, the Royals, I thought, had a pretty good chance of taking the lead.
Yeah.
This is where that Tommy Pham defense came into play. Freddie
Good.
Fermin doubled into the left field corner. Tommy Pham made a really, really nice play to cut it off, get the ball in, hold Jack Caglione at third, and then Braxton Ashcraft with a big strike out of Kyle Isbell to get out of that inning. So big inning from Ashcraft in a pretty high leverage moment. So that was good to see.
I thought they were going to win the game at that point. Like at that
That was,
point,
yeah,
the
you looked like that was
momentum's
a
in the
turning point.
Pirates' favor.
Yeah.
Tommy Pham does make a huge play in that instance. Like, also, I don't know why they didn't send him. I would have sent him anyhow. But he makes a big play there. That's a really good defensive play because there's no way he should be able to get to it as quickly as did, get it in as quickly as did, with a pretty good throw as well. And then Ashcraft, I mean, got a little nasty there on that at bat.
His curveball today looked really good, and
Yeah.
he was spamming that off speed pitch all day, really, specifically to right-handers. Threw the curveball to lefties, threw the slider to righties, but let's see, 63% of his pitches today were breaking balls, which is kind of wild for somebody who throws 97 miles an hour.
I guess.
You know,
but I guess I didn't realize he threw that many.
Lots of curveballs, lots of sliders, yeah. But he gets through 2 1/3 innings scoreless. He just continues to have a really good rookie season, kind of serving as that long man out of the bullpen. Those were big outs in high leverage situations. 2 1/3. He did give up 3 hits, but no walks and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he did look really good today, and I know I'm gonna trash the Pirates a lot, but I like the way they're treating Braxton Ashcraft right now. You're starting to build him into those higher leverage situations. I know I mentioned Corbin Burns every now and then with the Brewers, the way they treat their prospects and coming up and put them in the bullpen. We're seeing a little bit of that, but I'm curious what happens in September with Ashcraft. Whether we're gonna, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know anymore what they're gonna do with him, but I like everything they've done to this point. I like what he's done. Really good today.
Yeah. Really, really good. Isaac Mattson, then, well, let's see.
Let's skip. I don't want to say anything bad about him. Let's skip that one.
Well,
we got to talk about him.
But like you mentioned, though, momentum shifted right there in that bottom of the 6th, I thought. But then you've got Horwitz pinch hitting for Triolo out, IKF out, Tommy Pham double again. Tommy Pham, like the only one doing anything. And then Andrew McCutchen coming up with runners in scoring position. He grounds out. He's 0 for 2. Do you want to know? And this was something I was curious on. And don't take this as me trashing Andrew McCutchen. He's having a fine season. But if there was one knock on Andrew McCutchen, he was 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position today. He's now 11 for 60 on the season with runners in scoring position. Not good. I mean, that's not good. When Fangraphs classifies Andrew McCutchen as high leverage, 3 for 22.
He's a beautiful human being who brought me a lot of happiness in my life. And that's what I will say about Andrew McCutchen. But yeah, he's got to be a better man. Like
yeah.
I mean, he does have a 729 OPS. He's playing.
Again, like I said, this isn't me complaining about McCutchen, but if there was one knock, it's that like
I get it.
He's not coming through when he absolutely needs to in the clutch.
Right. No, he's not. And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. And I don't know if I realized how bad it was. And maybe it's just because everyone else is so bad. But I guess the other part I would maybe just tack on is I think you want a little more power out of Kutch. I'd like
we need a little more power out of everybody.
Yeah, but like that's one of those guys that I think you want a touch more out of. And maybe that's just super unfair to put that on a DH only that's 38 years old, but
yeah.
But back to your point, he's got to be better in those situations.
Again, I mean, 0 for 2 today. He had 2 chances to drive in runs, and the Pirates lost by 1, and he went 0 for 2. Like, I'm not putting the loss on Andrew McCutchen, but everybody needs to perform in order for this team to win, and he didn't in two opportunities that he had.
Right, we're 3 months in, and you haven't done well in those situations.
Yeah. Ashcraft pitches a scoreless 7th. Pirates go down very quietly in the 8th, 1-2-3. Isaac Mattson comes in, and Isaac Mattson, what's been the thing with Isaac Mattson that we've been so happy about him so far this year? What is it? Right? He just takes that fastball and he just attacks with his 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So what does he do? Salvador Perez leading off. First pitch, slider, gone. I think just stick with what's working, man. Like, you have a fastball, you throw it 90% of the time, and you've been unhittable. Throw the damn heater.
Yeah, and then, like, even after that, like, when he started throwing the heater after that, he didn't give up really much on it, but he gave up some hard contact on the heater after that. But I do wonder if that maybe just rattles you a little bit. And I'm curious how Isaac Mattson's going to bounce back. Like, this is a big spot for a young guy in his major league career, where you're really facing your first adversity at the major league level. And you've done one thing that's worked very, very, very well. You went away from it, didn't work. Lost the game because of it, basically. I'm very curious on this Isaac Mattson next appearance. And yeah, tonight, it sucks. It just sucks. I don't want to see our guy get beat up a little bit. I don't want to see Isaac Mattson get beat up.
Oh, I love Isaac Mattson.
I love
and you know what? I'm not even gonna really criticize him too much. Like, I love the fastball. And I love that he does it. We're gonna do what we did last night. We're gonna get a little visual here. Like, this is the pitch. That's the slider.
That's not bad.
That's almost a perfectly placed slider, right? Like,
not bad at all.
It wasn't a bad pitch. Salvador Perez is I don't know if he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, but he's gonna be like a borderline Hall of Famer. He's at least like a Hall of Very Good type of guy.
He's the Andrew McCutchen level of that.
Yeah, like that. He's the Royals Andrew McCutchen. But you're looking here. I mean, this is a good pitch, and Salvador Perez just deposited it. But I guess my thing is, like, when you have a pitch that's really good, like Mattson has, like, just throw it a lot.
Who do you think called that pitch, Jim?
Joey Bart probably called that pitch. Yeah.
I'll
have to go back and look at the replay. I'll have to go back and look at the replay and see if there was any shakeoffs or anything. Henry Davis probably would call a fastball. You're right.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Shout out to Steel City DW with a super chat. And shout out to the 66 sickos in here after a 6-game slide. You guys rock.
And our sickos.
Yeah. Good stuff.
But
no, I wanted to show that. It wasn't a bad pitch. It was a better swing.
Yeah. I mean, that happens. It's baseball, man. And he's still got a 189 ERA.
Yeah.
Of all the things to complain about, it's not him.
No, Mattson is not the guy to complain about. I do like your point, though. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back, because not only did he get the loss today, but he was on the mound yesterday for the walk-off. Yeah. So, like, back-to-back appearances. He doesn't get the loss yesterday because he inherited the runners, but back-to-back appearances where, like, he's on the mound when the Royals score the game-winning run. So, yeah. So does he bounce back and go back to kind of dominating and attacking people with that fastball, or does he start his slide? Because, I mean, let's face it, he's 29 years old. Right. He's a rookie. There's a reason for that. Is the lightning in a bottle magic that we caught? Is it gone? Or is this just a blip? And, you know, he finally figured it out at 29, right? Well, we don't know. Dennis Santana figured it out, later. Yeah. So it happens. So we'll find out. But the Pirates did get a chance in the 9th. Adam Frazier with a pinch hit single. But Horwitz, fly out.
Did you ever have like any hope they were going to score there?
I had no hope.
No hope.
You had Brian Hayes, Joey Bart, Spencer Horwitz do up. You pinch hit Frazier for Bart. He does get a hit, but like, no, I didn't have any hope.
I had no hope. I started setting up.
Yeah, no hope.
None. But if they would have, I was ready.
There you go.
It was still kind of tuned in.
Anyways, Pirates are swept. I want to know, has anyone are there any tweets out there or stats? Like, when was the last time a team won 6 in a row and then lost 6 in a row? Like, I'm sure it's not a super duper rare thing that happens, but I can't imagine it's like an every year type of deal. Like, it's got to be, I'll bet it's been a few years since that's happened.
Oh, I would assume so as well. Also, that's 500 in your last 12, Jim. We're playing 500 baseball in our last 12. What are we mad about?
That's Donnie Ball.
It's Donnie Ball, baby. 500 baseball.
Well, if there was any hope that the Pirates had to get out of this slide, they continue the road series this weekend against Minnesota. They are off tomorrow. It's Paul Skenes Day, though, on Friday. That's good. Skenes Day.
Yeah, and then we get another one maybe on Tuesday. Is that the All-Star
Friday
game?
Also, 2 All-Stars. Joe Ryan versus Paul Skenes. So little All-Star game preview, perhaps. But if you had any hope of this skid ending, just know that I've got a plane ride to Minneapolis tomorrow. So I will be in attendance for this series. So, 6-game losing streak.
Are we regretting that yet?
Plus me in attendance. It's an uphill climb. It's an uphill climb right now.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, if anyone can do it, it's our battling Buccos. I got nothing, man.
You're ready to get out of here.
This team sucks.
Shout out to Mark Crowley, member for 5 months. Shout out to Matthew, new member, and again, shout out to Steel City DW with the super chat. Pirates lose 4-3, swept again, 6 losses in a row. You guys rock. Like I said, I'll be in Minnesota. Hopefully, hopefully things go a little bit better. Yeah,
that's when we turn it around.
All right, are we out?
Yeah, I'm done.
We'll see you guys.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube. If you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucs.